Good morning. You're watching Much Ado About Something, and this is Donna. Well, today is June 1st. It's the first of the month, and there's a lot of things that's happening around here. One of the things that means for me, June 1st, is that I'm joining the 3 Rivers Challenge today. The 3 Rivers Challenge this month of June, where we will be eating solely from our freezers, our dried goods, and from our pantries. I've got a little pantry upstairs, and then I've got a bigger pantry downstairs that holds our canned goods, our home canned goods, and things like that. And so we'll be eating from that pantry and from what we get right here at our house all month. And I'm excited about that. One of the things that I love about Jessica's challenges is she makes them really easy to join. She opens them up to anyone that's interested, and she has really relaxed rules in that you can do things the way that you need to do them, since each of our lives are different. That really helps me out. I have yet to complete a whole month of everyday challenges on any event that I've participated in because my life is so hectic. I have 6 grandchildren, and when summer gets here, school's out, I have them more, and they take a lot of energy and a lot of time. And so I cannot just exclude those responsibilities and move on to YouTube. I have to focus on the most important things to me, which are my family, and then I work the job around it, and that's how that works for me. Well, this morning I'm just out of the shower. I woke up this morning feeling great, so thankful for everything, focusing on the good today. I hope you do that today. And today I'm in here in the bathroom. I just got out of the shower, and I'm going to put my sunscreen on and get myself ready for the day. Now, there's a YouTuber that I love to watch, and her name is Dr. Dre, and she is a board certified dermatologist. I watch her on YouTube. She has great recommendations, and she has a budget friendly sections where she can really help you out a lot in that section. And she's saying that you can use any sunscreen that you use on your body, you can use on your face. Well, that saved me a lot of money. I've not had to buy the sunscreens that are specifically for your face and can be very expensive. So I've been using my sunscreen that I usually use on my shoulders and everything. I've been just going ahead and using that on my face. This is Sun Bum 70. And I have enjoyed that freedom of not having to worry about buying a separate facial moisturizer, a facial sunscreen, and it being an added expense. I can just go ahead and use the sunscreen that I usually use all over my body. I can just go ahead and use that on my face, and that's been a really good alternative for me. Now, she says that it may bother some people with sensitive skin. I don't have overly sensitive skin, so that's no big deal to me. I just want to make sure I have it on so that when I go out here in the yard and go out here and garden and stuff, I'm not exposing myself to something that I don't need to be putting myself at risk for. And skin cancer is no joke. It's no, if you've ever worked in a retirement home, then you really see a lot of things that happen to people that don't wear their sunscreen on a regular basis. So I am dedicated to doing that. I want to be sure I wear my sunscreen, and I'm not dealing with more than I have to deal with when I get on down the road. And I find it wonderful that there's somebody that'll get on YouTube and let you know that you can just use a regular sunscreen, and you don't have to invest a lot of money into a company that breaks down everything specifically. So just put your moisturizer on, let that dry, put your sunscreen on. And it's a great budget-friendly tip to be able to use a moisturizer a sunscreen that you would normally use all over your body. You can go ahead and use that on your face and protect yourself. I do worry about my nose. It feels like thin skin on my nose, and I do not want to have any problems. as I age with that moisturizer. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this hair blown and get it blow it with a hair dryer and get it blowed out a little bit so it won't look so crazy today. I do let my hair air dry because it's so healthy for it, but right now I'm just going to go ahead and blow it. Now, I'm not one that does a lot to my face. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I'm really active during the course of the day, and I don't want to get out here and have this makeup running all over my face when I'm out here in the garden, and I'm out here doing the things that I need to do. So I usually just have my moisturizer and my sunscreen on, and I don't worry a lot about anything else during the course of a day when I'm at home. Now, if I go to dinner with Donald or I go do other things, of course, I want to be sure that I look my best, so I try to do that. But in general, yep, this is it. I just go plain faced. I have so many friends that when they take off their makeup, I've had Donald say, "Who was that?" And he just didn't recognize them because they didn't have their makeup on. So I try to keep a neutral, natural look. That's really who I am anyway. I love to go as natural as I possibly can and use as natural products as I can. But there are sometimes you need help. As I'm getting older, I'm finding I need a little more help than usual. Well, there we go. I've gone ahead and got my hair blown, my moisturizer and sunscreen on my face, and I'm in here. I'm ready for the day. Well, if you've been watching my channel, then you know that I'm dealing with a little bit of an impingement syndrome in my shoulder. In my right arm, I've had a really hard time. And the thing about it is, when you have an arm like this, you see, I can't lift this thing any higher than this. This is as high as this thing goes. Well, my armpit my arm is laying down on my armpit more than usual. So I'm not having, I can't put deodorant under there because when it just stays folded down, it stays moist under there, and that's not a condition you want. But I found something that helps me with that, and I thought I'd share that with you. Now, you can use a face scrub, or Neutrogena has this body scrub for acne, and it's got, what is that, salicylic acid in it, and what this does is it kills more bacteria than usual. So I have found if I use this Neutrogena body scrub for acne that I am able to prevent odor. And of course, I use this kind of thing right here, this little scrubber right here. Sorry, y'all. I'm showing you the wrong thing. But this Neutrogena body acne wash with salicylic acid, it reduces the odor. It has more odor, more fighting, germ-killing ingredients, that salicylic acid, and it helps kill bacteria up under that armpit. Now, you may need a scrubber like this, something like this, if you have impingement syndrome and you can't get to your areas of your body like you normally do. You may have to use a scrubber like that. That's what I've had to use, as a body scrubber, because, this arm won't reach up under the other space. And it's just been something that I've had to deal with. But in an effort to keep this as clean as I possibly can, I am using that Neutrogena body wash for acne, and it's killing the extra bacteria that's up under this armpit. And I may have to wash that several times throughout the day since I'm not using deodorant under that arm. And that's something you might want to keep in mind if you want to smell better in your areas while you're going through something, or just in general. I mean, that's something you could use on a daily basis if you needed it. Now, I did pick up this medicated acne cleanser, and it has salicylic acid. It was from Walmart. Now, this has gently exfoliates. Don't get the one that exfoliates. That's self-explanatory. It is like a sandpaper. It's not something you want to use in a tender area like an armpit, But I thought I'd just throw that in there. Don't ask me how I know. But don't get an acne cleanser with exfoliants, because that is too rough. You just want to get a gentle body cleanser. Acne body cleanser or face cleanser. You can use that under your armpits, and it really helps with a situation like mine. So I thought I'd throw that tip in there for you in case it's anybody that needs that right now in their life. Now it's June 1st, and I'll be participating in the 3 Rivers Pantry Challenge. It's the 3 Rivers Challenge, and I'll be showing how I eat out of what I have here on hand. Here on June 1st, it starts today. Now it is a truly beautiful day right here in this garden. It's been raining for 3 days straight. We've had a lot of rain, and that means I have not had to use the city water to water any of my plants. The hanging baskets are looking great. The container gardens are looking good. And the new plants that we put in the ground are looking great. Look at that standing up with all that beautiful water on it. Isn't that beautiful? It's amazing how great everything looks when it has plenty of water. I haven't had to fill up the bird baths. They've just filled up because it's been raining. We've got all kinds of things popping out here blooming. This beautiful echinacea. I have got work I have got to do. Without a doubt, there's work that needs to be done out here. Now here are the daylilies. They've been blooming right along. They hadn't opened up quite yet. The sun's just now getting on them. And I have learned that some people call these ditch lilies. They do grow in the ditches. They do grow wild. And native Indians here to this area where I grew up, they eat these lilies. The pleurisy root has got blooms on it, and the Queen Anne's lace has busted out. How beautiful is that? Yes, it is, and I am so excited about that. Many things out here blooming. There's that hanging basket. The Queen Anne's lace is covering up, and that's okay. I'm not going to discourage that favorite flower of mine in any way, shape, or form. But I had to show you the garden this morning on June 1st. Let you see what's coming out here, what's busting out, and what has bloomed after this rain. Things have grown 6 inches to a foot with 3 days of rain, and that is wonderful for me. I've been harvesting some of this passion flower plant because I use it in my tea. But the birds are singing. Everything is beautiful out here. Got beautiful flowers that's blooming. And everything looks wonderful. I should have brought my little harvest basket out here. I'm going to go ahead and harvest some of this lemon balm. I think I will go in and get my basket. I got my basket here. I'm going to throw some of my harvested goods on in it. And I'm going to go ahead and clip some of this lemon balm and put it in my basket because it's excellent for tea. I love the taste of it, and I love the benefits from it. And it won't hurt this lemon balm a bit to cut it back. Go ahead and harvest some of this. So lemon balm and passion flower tea it is for me today. Now it has rained, and my little plant right here, my little planter is just bent way over. So let me take a minute and stand that up if I can. It may need two hands. I'll get that. Whoops. Yep, see, I'm going to have to move a rock or something right there to help brace it. Not going to be able to do that one-handed. And I've got crap all in my shoe. Let me get that out. That's better. There's nothing more annoying than getting a rock or dirt or something in your shoe when you're out here trying to work in the garden. Well, I don't know. There might be a few things that's more annoying than that. But that's pretty annoying to me. Look at the elderberries. They're blooming up on top. We'll get a harvest of elderberries. Not a big harvest, but enough for us to use this year. The clematis are over blooming. They may come back a second bloom. They have before in the past. And I'm going to have to get out here and just clip and clean up a few of these plants that I've got in planters and stuff here. And so I'll be doing that sometime today before the kids get here. Got a lot of little baby pine cones all over this ground out here. And here are our raspberries. Not very big. Not very many, but I'm going to pick off these ripe ones. These tiny little raspberries. And I'll have this little bite of raspberries with my breakfast. And it'll be just enough to give me a delicious raspberry taste. But I am going to take these in and wash them. And I'm going to go in here and fix breakfast. I'll show you what I eat for breakfast. A lot of the times I fast in the mornings and I don't eat till about 12 o'clock. But then there are times when I just go ahead and have breakfast. And then just wait later in the day to eat my evening meal. I'm getting a little more raspberries than I normally get. I've been able to get them off of this little vine that's right here, this little raspberry bramble that's right here. Normally, I don't get any raspberries. I have quite a few of them around. So I'm thrilled to get this little handful that I'm going to add to my breakfast this morning. I'm just going to go ahead and get this tea started. Now I just harvested some passion flower and some lemon balm, and I am going to use that in my tea this morning. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some of this and put it in my little tea diffuser and go ahead and put it in my cup. But in the mornings, I've got some English breakfast tea and I've got some green tea. So usually I use the English breakfast tea in the morning, but I also mix in some green tea because I love the benefits of green tea. So I'm going to throw in this English breakfast tea because I'll get that little boost of caffeine that comes from this tea, and I'll throw in my green tea bag. And now we'll go ahead and cut up some of this passion flower. Probably about 2 full leaves of passion flower. And some lemon balm. Just a sprig of lemon balm. Pack that in my little tea diffuser. And that'll be my morning tea this morning. Now I drink this teas like this that I make, that I use my own herbs, and then some of the tea bags that I buy from the store, I mix these and I drink tea all day. I love the taste of it and I love the benefits of it. So when my water and this teapot boils, I'll go ahead and pour that over and enjoy that tea. Now while that tea steeps and gets ready for me to drink it, I'm not adding any sweetener. I'm staying away from sugar, and so it'll just be my plain tea this morning. But I'm gonna go ahead and wash these little berries that I got from you saw me pick from the raspberry bush this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and clean those. And drain those little things because I'm going to eat them with my breakfast this morning. Now look at this beautiful thing right here. This all-clad pan that Donald bought for me. I love this thing. He bought the 10-piece set of all-clad pots and pans for my birthday and for our anniversary. That was kind of an expensive gift, so it had to count for 2 holidays, my birthday and our anniversary, which will be 41 years this year. And I was glad to get them. These are my all-time favorite pans. So I'm going to be making my breakfast in this stainless steel all-clad pan this morning. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing heated up. I've already washed it and dried it. I'm going to set it on this burner on medium high. I'm going to go ahead and get that ready because we're going to have eggs for breakfast, Eli and I. I'm going to go ahead and chop this onion up because I'm going to make like an omelet, and so I'm going to go ahead and chop that. That's out of my pantry, and I have this sausage. Now I went ahead and thawed some sausage out of the freezer and went ahead and cooked it up so that I could have it for quick meals like this. It smells good. I'm going to add that to our omelet that I'm making this morning. I bought these onions. I cannot grow enough onions on my property to satisfy our family. We eat 50 pounds of onions a month. When you cook from scratch, they add a lot of flavor, and they're just a good way to get a vegetable in. I'm just going to dice this onion up. Not really small, but relatively small. And have that ready to add to this omelet when my pan heats up. Now I have a little bit of water here in this cup. I'm going to put it on this pan and see if this pan's hot enough to go ahead and put our... No, it's splattering, so it's not ready. We'll cut it down just a little bit. And when the water rolls around like a bead, then this pan will be ready to add my oil and add my onions. See, right now it's a little hot because it's just splattering. You can see the little balls rolling around. It's still a little hot, but the balls are rolling around. The little balls of water just roll around when your pot's ready. I'm going to go ahead and add coconut oil to mine. That's my oil of choice this morning for our omelet. You can add whatever oil that you like, whatever fat you usually cook your food in. That's olive oil, or avocado oil, or whatever it might be. Go ahead and melt that in that pan, and then I'm going to add our onions. I'm not going to add the whole onion, maybe about a fourth of an onion. I'll put the rest in a bag and eat it later. I'll add that to something else. Donald loves to get in the refrigerator and see that there's already a fresh onion cut, because he likes to add it to a lot of his meals. Just a fresh onion on top as a garnish. I'm going to let these cook a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And while these onions cook to clear, I'm going to go ahead and break my eggs. I'll be saving this onion for another dish for later. I use the oldest eggs that I have on hand first. Make sure all was good with that. Looks good. We'll go ahead and whip these eggs up. Waiting for our onions to brown a little bit, then we'll add some sausage, and then we'll add our eggs and get our omelet cooking. While my onions are still cooking, it's a good time to wash up a few of these dishes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and mash up these eggshells so I can put them in the compost pile. Or even throw them back to the chickens. But if you throw them back to the chickens, make sure you mash them up so that do not resemble an egg. Because you want to do anything to encourage them to start pecking the eggs. So get them all mashed up and ready for the compost bin. While I'm waiting on the onions to cook. Or to brown some. I'm waiting for the onions to get a little bit brown. I can go ahead and taste the tea. It's looking good. It's looking ready. I think I'll take a minute to enjoy that while I wait for the onions and get ready for the next step on the omelets. Oh, that's good and warm, and it's good and herbally. I think I'll add a little lemon juice. Now the onions are just starting to brown a little bit. They're looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and put some sausage in here for me and Eli. It's already cooked, so all I have to do is just heat that up really good in here with the onions. Break it up into smaller pieces. That'll break up easier as it heats up in this pan. That is smelling really good. I'm going to go ahead and add our eggs. salt and pepper them. I'm going to add a little bit of cheddar cheese. Make sure the middle of this thing gets done. I'm not even going to worry about trying to flip this thing over and make it one cohesive unit. I just want to make sure that it's done. Let it cook. I like for the omelet to form just a little bit, like a little bit of crust on the bottom. I think it's delicious that way. I'm going ahead and flip these over. We're getting hungry for them.
Is that the black one that you just when you scratch it with your fingernail it just turns red? But oh,
It is. Well, here they are. They're ready. Eli and I are going to go ahead and enjoy our breakfast. Eli, do you want some raspberries from Granny's garden? You do? So we're going to divide our little raspberries up.
Oh, raspberry farm.
And we're going to enjoy our breakfast.
It looks like it's a beehive inside.
Well, Eli and I are going to go ahead and we're going to eat our breakfast. Thank you for joining me today. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the Three Rivers Challenge, if I'm going to show you each meal or show you a whole day of meals or a whole week of meals. It might be a mixture of all of the above. But I thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great day. And like always, until next time.
Bye-bye.